Hi guys, happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of Soulful Living with Megs. As always, it is so great to have you here back for a moment of connection with me. Hi, my loves. Happy late Valentine's Day. Happy Monday. Happy Family Day for those of us in Canada because I'm pretty sure it's only a Canadian thing. I hope you're feeling good about the month of February now that we're halfway through. And I just hope that there is so much light, joy, love around you, all of the good things. I know when I ended last week's episode, I said that I was going to debrief on the show that I went to watch my two best friends, Brett and Han, and I just wanted to say it was insane. We went to this gay club / bar, I guess, on one of the well-known streets in Vancouver. And it was so cute. The layout was really nice. They had like booths and high tops and then a little stage. And my friends and I sat at the most perfect table. We were in this like little booth area right beside the stage so we could see everything from when the dancers were on stage. And then we could still see them like spread out throughout the audience because it was a very like immersive show. They were super hands-on. Honestly, it was insane. And I know that I say this about all of my friends who dance and how incredible they are. But I swear every single time that I watch Han and Brett dance, they just improve. Not that they needed improvement before, but they just get better. And honestly, I was so tired before going to that show. Shay and I were both tired because she came with me, of course. And we were screaming and yelling, and it just really livened me up and hyped me up. And it was amazing. I loved it. I will definitely go again if there's another one. They were dancing on top of the bar at one point. Oh my gosh. It was just so fun. I got to see so many people in the dance community that I hadn't seen in a while. And yeah, just good vibes overall. And then I told you guys last episode as well that I'm going to the island for the long weekend. So I will recap that in next week's episode because I'm assuming it will go well, but I'm not entirely sure exactly what I'm doing. But I'm looking forward to seeing my family, and I'm going to go to the gym on Saturday, and it's just going to be so fun. And I love that it's Valentine's Day. And yeah, today's episode is kind of all revolving Valentine's Day and post Valentine's Day and love in general. And so I wanted to say happy Valentine's Day, even though it's a few days late. I am always of the belief that it's never too late to celebrate love because I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love, and I just love loving everyone and everything around me. And anyway, so I would love to know what you guys did for Valentine's Day. I hope it was great. I hope that you did something fun with your gals, did a little Valentine's Day, or if you have a partner, I hope that you spent it with them and just felt so much love. But yeah, I'd love to know if you want to share what you did with me, please DM me. I'd love to hear about it. And I'm trying to think, last year for Valentine's Day, I guess I was in Vancouver, but the week prior to Valentine's Day, I flew to Calgary for an appointment. And then my best friends, Nat and Laura, and we did a Valentine's evening. And that was so amazing. We went for dinner. We made chocolate covered strawberries and we cut them in the shape of a heart. And then, yeah, like dipped them in chocolate and then made mocktails that were also like pink themed. So very like pink and red, of course. And we caught up and laughed. And I mean, hanging with the girls is always wholesome. I just love it. And it makes me think about Sex and the City and the four best friends there. And speaking of Sex and the City, gosh, there's so many things to discuss today. I finished the 6 seasons. I want to say a couple weeks ago I finished Sex and the City. And then I was bummed because the movies, because there's 2 movies, they were on Crave, or they are on Crave, but you need some other subscription. I don't know, it's all a money grab. So I hadn't watched them yet, but then the other night I was on Netflix and I was trying to look for a show to watch while I was eating dinner, and I saw that there was the Sex and the City movie, the first one, so I immediately played that, and then I realized that they have the second one out too, so I'm currently in the middle of watching that, and I cannot get enough of this show. We need to have an episode about Sex and the City and what the characteristics of the characters are and what they each embody, and like the overall arching lessons that you can learn from them, because I just feel like this is a very prevalent show in my life currently. I resonate with it so much now, and I absolutely believe that it was before its time. It was so well done, and I think I very much relate to it because, again, as I mentioned before, I'm close-ish to them in age and all that stuff. So anyways, it was amazing. So basically, for today's episode, Nat inspired me. She actually gave me a whole bunch of new ideas for the pod, which I'm really excited to talk about because somebody else's perspective on what I should talk about is always good. And so I'm always open to knowing what you guys want to hear from me. I'm so receptive to that. But she inspired me to write a little post Valentine's Day love letter to myself and also to you all. And I thought this was a good opportunity to acknowledge that sometimes we neglect all of the growth that we have done throughout the years. And so by writing this little love letter to myself, I want to give credit to me, but also to you. And I'm doing that because I want to acknowledge that your hard work and effort does not go unnoticed. And so while I read this, of course, I'm saying it as if I've written it to myself and reading it to myself. I want you to imagine yourself receiving this letter from you in the mail and just reading it in your head. So when I'm reading it to you, I want you to picture it applying to you, if that makes sense. And of course, throughout today's episode, if something doesn't resonate with you, that's so okay. Just let it be, let it simply pass. But I hope that you can take something from this love letter to just know that you are so deeply loved and seen, and that you matter in this world. But before we get into reading it, when I was writing this letter, it reminded me that I actually did a similar exercise last summer. So Camilla and I, one of my friends, we were at a little coffee shop. We were having a study date, if you will. I was working on pod content. She was doing some other stuff she needed to do, adulting things. And we decided, why not write some love letters to ourselves and then email them to ourselves a year from the date that we wrote it. So I believe we did this exercise sometime in August, maybe July. But I know I'm going to be receiving something in the mail or via email sometime July, August. And I'm actually really excited to read what I wrote because I don't remember, obviously, what I had written or kind of where my mind was at that particular point in time. But I am really looking forward to it. And then I'm also curious how much that this love letter overlaps with the other one. Anyway, I feel like that's such a fun exercise to do. And so I encourage you to write yourself a little love letter if you feel so inspired after today's episode, and either physically handwrite it and maybe stash it somewhere or something like that, and then set a reminder that you're allowed to open it at a particular day, or write an email and then have it scheduled to be sent to you at a particular day, a year later from now, and just see all the growth, because I do think it's a good reminder, similarly to my gratitude jar, of all of the amazing things that are within your reach and are currently in your orbit, because there's just so many good things to celebrate. And even this morning, I was leaving the bathroom after getting ready, and the sky was so mesmerizing from my apartment. The view that I have is quite insane, and I'm very grateful for it, but it is so nice to see the colors peek out behind the buildings. And today they were pink and purple. It started off a little blue and yellow, and then it changed to pink and purple. And it was gorgeous. I honestly could not soak it up enough. And I think that we just need to appreciate the beauty that we have around us a little bit more, and just, it makes us so grateful. So anyway, this is a little love letter to myself, but also a little love letter to you. So I want you to imagine me reading it as you to you. You get the gist. You get the gist. To me, love me. Happy Valentine's Day, my love. It's February 2026, and you've just completed another year around the sun, full of learning and discovery. I hope you are as proud of you as I am. You try so hard to be the best, most authentic version of yourself. And even more importantly, you love so hard without condition. The people around you are lucky to be loved by you. The good you see in others is a reflection of the good that is within you and your light that shines so bright it makes your world incredibly colorful. How amazing is that? To have people in your orbit that make you want to love hard, that make you want to shine bright, that it simply exudes without difficulty. What an amazing life indeed. I hope you continue to shine your light in all the areas that make you feel alive. I hope that this year continues to bring you living room dance parties while belting your favorite songs. I hope it brings walks along the beach while mesmerized by the sunset. I hope it brings picnics with your friends full of laughter that you can barely breathe and everything in between. I hope you continue to soften and freely move in this world without apology because you deserve to be here just like everyone else. Your efforts do not go unnoticed, and I promise that what you put out into the world will multiply in tenfold for you. You deserve everything that you so effortlessly give. Keep those close to your heart that genuinely love you without difficulty, that cheer for you as loud as you cheer for them. Those are your people. Keep you close to your heart and continue to prioritize what feels true to you. While Valentine's Day may be a strategic day for consumerism, it is also a day to celebrate one of the most special feelings you can feel in your life. So while love comes as second nature to you, I want you to keep loving. Keep spreading love with that 1-minute exchange with your barista who made you the most perfect latte this morning. Keep expressing love with that smile you gave to a dog that passed you on your walk. With that first bite of your home-cooked meal you were so excited to enjoy after a long day of hard work. With the embrace you give to any one of your people. With the moment you spend just before dozing off, reflecting on how full and vibrant your existence is. There is so much good around you, and there will always be as you continue to live life looking for the good. You are so loved, you are so valued, you are seen, and you're appreciated. Keep being you and keep creating. We need more of you in this world. Happy Valentine's Day, my love. Cute. My heart. That is so sweet. That's funny. Just hyping myself up from the thing that I wrote. But guys, I hope that you can take that with you and just be reminded that you are so valued and needed in this world because you absolutely are. I hope that you feel seen and heard because you are. And while I'm acknowledging that there are some really scary things happening in the world right now, and the news seems to get more depressing every single day, there's something that comes up all the time. And, even not to make this somber because we just had a very nice feeling reading this letter. I hope you felt the same way I did. I mean, hearing about that school shooting in BC here, it was just really sad and made me reflect and think a lot about how lucky I am to be alive and how sad I am for people in this world that don't feel seen and heard, that feel the need to do those things to other humans that don't deserve it. Anyway, I don't want to touch too much on that, but the point is that I acknowledge that there are negative things that happen in this world, and it's honestly inevitable. We will experience the bad, but there is so much good to focus on. And if we can just continue to focus on seeing the good around us will continue to multiply, continue to remind you that you are needed in this world because you are. Anyway, those are my thoughts on that. But I appreciate you guys for sitting and listening as always. I know that this was a shorter episode today, but sometimes short is sweet. And I hope you re-listen to the love note whenever you need to feel an extra hug. I'm always here for you. I'm always rooting you on. I'm supporting you, and I truly mean that. I hope that you had a fantastic long weekend. I hope that you had a fantastic Valentine's Day, and I hope that even though this is a day to represent love, that you are feeling love each and every single day, because I don't think that there needs to be a day for it when we should just feel it all the time. So I hope that you do feel it all the time. And And I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope that your week is filled with endless opportunities of joy and love and light. I'm sending all of that incredible energy to you, so I hope that you feel it. And I'm really looking forward to the next few episodes because, Nat's recommendations are fire, if I do say so myself. Yeah, she's pretty fire. Anyway, appreciate you guys. I can't wait to connect with you next Monday, and stay fabulous until then. Okay, bye.